Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Economics Corner. Today we will be discussing utility concept and the law of diminishing marginal utility. जो मैंने ये चैनल टी को सब्सक्राइब करना हंदी चैनल टी को सब्सक्राइब करने बे so that you will be getting number of videos in the days ahead. Especially this video is prepared for the students who have obtained economics in English medium. So let us start discussing this concept. Let us first understand the meaning of utility. In economics, utility is the one satisfying capacity of a commodity. For example, for a student, pen is required. With the help of pen he is writing. So pen is having the capacity to fulfill the need of the student. So pen is having utility for the student. But on the other hand, for whom pen has no use, for them pen is not having any utility. So we can say utility is the one satisfying capacity of a commodity. जो वस्तु उपभोक्तार वांट को satisfy करे पूरा करे सही वस्तुर utility थाए. एठार आमे पढ़िबा. Now let us discuss the meaning of total utility and marginal utility. Total utility means what? Suppose a consumer is consuming 5 pence. From 5 pence, he is getting 50 utils. So this 50 utils is called as total utility. It is the total satisfaction the consumer is getting by consuming a given units of a commodity. 5 पेन यूज कले 50 यूटिलिटी ताको मिलुची. तो 50 utils is called as total utility. And util is the unit of utility. Utility can be expressed in terms of what? Utils. What is marginal utility? It is the change in total utility. When a consumer is consuming one more unit of a commodity, suppose 5 pence, he is getting 50 utils. From 6 pence, he is getting 55 utils. So when the consumer is getting one extra unit, he is consuming one extra unit of a commodity, total utility rises here. And the change in total utility is termed as marginal utility. The marginal utility can be measured by the formula MUN is equal to TUN minus TUN minus 1. One more formula, MU is equal to delta TU by delta Q. And if you add the marginal utility, then you can get also total utility. So this is how you can calculate TU and MU. If you add the marginal utility, you will be getting total utility. And in order to find marginal utility, you have to calculate delta TU by delta Q. The change in total utility is termed as marginal utility. Let us understand the law of diminishing marginal utility. The law of diminishing marginal utility is also called as fundamental law of satisfaction. The law tells that when a consumer is consuming more and more units of a commodity, he is getting additional utility from each unit which decreases with the increase in consumption. Means if a consumer is consuming continuously a commodity one after another, the marginal utility is derived from each additional unit decreases. This is what the law. This law can be explained with the help of some assumption, some conditions. We have to take some conditions, jahaku sharta kuhajaye, in order to explain the law. Number one, cardinal measurability of utility. Utility can be measured in terms of number. This is called cardinal utility. It can be expressed in terms of number. Next is your standard unit of measurement. Next is your continuous consumption. That means consumption must be continuous, no break. Next is your marginal utility of rupee remain constant. And fixed income and price. No change in price of the commodity, no change in income of the consumer. These are some assumptions, conditions on which the law depends. Let us see the table. Mathematically we can explain the law. The consumer is consuming a commodity from different units 1 to 9, and TU is given here 10, 18, 24, 28, 30, 30, 28, 24, 18. TU is also given. Now let us find MU at Q is equal to 1, TU is equal to MU. Both are equal to each other at Q is equal to 1. So what is the change in TU? 10 to 18. What is the difference? 8. Marginal utility is 8. Next 18 to 24. What is the difference? 6. Marginal utility is 6. Then 24 to 28. 4. Then 2. Then 0. Then minus 2. Then minus 4 and minus 6. This is how you can calculate marginal utility, the change in total utility. From the table, you see that when MU falls in the initial stage, MU falls but positive. At that time, TU increases at a declining rate. You remember this relationship between TU and MU. When MU falls but positive, TU increases at a diminishing rate. You see, MU becomes 0 at 6th unit. In the table you see, at 6th unit, MU is 0. At that time, TU is maximum and constant. That is 30 is maximum, highest. MU becomes negative. After 6th unit, MU becomes negative. At that time, TU decreases. So this is what the relationship between TU and MU. And this relationship you can also see in the diagram. In the initial stage, TU is rising. Then it becomes maximum. Then it is declining. There are 3 stages here. When TU is rising, MU is declining, but it is positive. When TU is highest, maximum, MU is 0. When TU declines, MU becomes negative, so it goes below the x-axis. This is what the relationship between TU and MU. This is the relationship between TU and MU we just discussed. There are 3 relationships. You see here, it is displayed on your screen. That can be seen both in table and diagram also. There are some exceptions. Limitation of the law, where the law is not applicable. That is in case of hobbies. In case of drunkard persons who are taking alcohol, the law is not applicable for drunkard persons. Miser persons, those who are miser, lovi, for them also it is not applicable. And in case of music and poetry, this law is not applicable. If you are reading different interesting poetry, the law of diminishing marginal utility will not work, means ME will not fall down. Reading case, in case of reading of good books, interesting books, story books, in that situation the marginal utility is not falling. So these are some exceptions. So these are all about the law of diminishing marginal utility. If you have not subscribed this channel, please subscribe it. Thank you so much.